Should men wear makeup? Hello and welcome. Welcome to Input English. Today's topic is, should men wear facial makeup? This is not a polemic. That is, I'm not going to give you strong opinions on this subject, and I'm not going to offer strange opinions, unconventional opinions. No, we're just going to talk about it. It's not going to be angry. It's not going to be a screed. If someone makes a series of strong statements and seem a little upset, that could be best described as a screed. And this video is neither a polemic nor a screed. No, this is just a friendly conversation about a funny little topic, and that is men wearing facial makeup. So where did this come from? Well, it came from experience. So let's start at the beginning. In the United States, as children grow and take on their roles as members of society, the girls tend to be taught about makeup. They're taught by their mothers, their sisters, their friends, and popular culture. They learn about makeup. The little boys, not so much. Most little boys know little or nothing about makeup. That's just the pattern we see. When I was on the faculty of the university here in California, we had a project, and that project required us to make a video. As the video production developed, a script was written, and it was determined that I would be the talent. That is, I would be one of the people in front of the camera doing the talking and helping them make this video, but I'm going to be on camera. There was another fellow, Doug, who was going to be on camera. So it was all agreed, the script was finalized, and we showed up for the filming of the segment that we were doing. The video production crew was very professional. They knew their craft, and this was done decades ago, so the hardware and methodology was primitive by modern standards. They didn't have a camera this good to make their video. The video production company decided to film this particular segment on film, cinematography film, not video. They had technical reasons they wanted to do that, and that was fine. It was all set up, and they explained to us that cinematography film is very hungry. It wants a lot of light. So when they set up the scenario, they set up very, very bright lights. They then explained that those bright lights would make our faces appear very pale and unnatural. So we were going to sit in a tall chair, a makeup chair, and their makeup artist would apply makeup to us. Well, this was a new experience. So I took my time in the chair, and she worked her magic. She was working from a very large kit of professional makeup as you would use in Hollywood. It was made by Lancome. I remember that name. Wow, look at that stuff. It looked very expensive. When she was applying the makeup to our faces, the two of us, me and Doug, she explained that we were going to look very orange because that's what she needed to do so that the film rendering in combination with the bright lights would give us a normal appearance. Was she right? Yes, she was right. After it was all done and the video was shown on television, I saw it and we looked normal. So she told the truth. She did a perfect job of making us up, although we looked very orange. We looked very strange. When we finished filming the segment and it was all satisfactory, they packed up and we all went home. Doug and I compared stories later because something funny happened. We each drove to our respective homes, but by coincidence, we each stopped for gasoline in the car on the way home. This was decades ago, so paying for the fuel at the pump was not the way it was done back then. We had to go into the gas station and pay for the fuel, which we did. Each of us, with our bright orange face, showed up in a gas station and were greeted by the workers in the station. They were astonished. We looked very strange. And they told us that, of course. My response is, oh yeah, this. Yeah, I forgot to take it off. And then went home. When I got home, I was greeted by my wife who said, "Ha!" She laughed. She thought that was the funniest thing she'd ever seen. I showed up at home with a pumpkin head. Very strange. I was quick to wash all that stuff off. That's the experience that gave me the idea to have this little discussion. I make no policies on whether men should or should not wear makeup. It's really none of my business. But I am an observer. And our discussion here today is based on observations. I observe that there are men who wear makeup all the time. Hollywood actors, television stars, these folks are producing a product and their appearance is part of the product, so you know that makeup is applied all the time. That's normal. Another group of people, public figures, who are likely to wear makeup would be politicians. And we have obvious examples of that. Politicians frequently wear makeup, even if they're men. What about YouTubers? YouTubers are in front of a camera. Their appearance is part of the product. Do YouTubers wear makeup on camera? The men, that is. The short answer is yes. How do you know? Well, if you go onto YouTube and search that topic, you will have fellas, guys, men, explaining to you how to put makeup on for camera work. There's a lot of information on that topic. That is not to say that every man making YouTube has makeup on. No, not at all. But some do. So then that begs the question, does your host, Joseph, wear makeup on camera? The answer is usually not. For the most part, no. Here in the park with good lighting, makeup is not needed, no. If, however, I'm working in the studio, under the bright lights of the studio, I don't want a shiny forehead and I don't want a shiny nose. And so there are simple ways to mitigate that so that I turn out a better product. So that's the extent of my use of makeup, is to just make sure if I'm on camera, particularly in the studio, that I don't present a shiny forehead or a shiny nose. I don't want to look weird on video. So, should men wear makeup? Sure, if they want to. It's none of my business. They can do anything they want. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I invite comments below, of course, and I hope you join us in future videos. See you soon.